To answer this question, we need to find the quartiles, Q1, Q2 and Q3 of this data set. To do that, our first step is to put the data set in order from smallest to biggest using these answer boxes. So let's do that. Our first two numbers are 1 and 1. Then our next smallest number will be 2, and then 4, and then 5, and finally 8, and then 12. Now that we've filled in our answers from smallest to biggest, we need to find, first off, Q2, also known as the median, which is the middle number of our data set. So if we look at our data set, we can see that it has 7 numbers. And if we start counting in from each end, we've got 1 there, 2 there, 2 there, 3 there, 3 there, and that brings us to the middle number, which is 4. So we can put 4 in as our middle number, or our median, or our second quartile, also known as Q2. Now that we've found our median, we can find the lower and upper quartiles, also known as Q1 and Q3, by covering up the median with our finger. Obviously I'm not able to do that on this video, unfortunately, but when you're doing it, the way I like to get this question correct is to cover up the median with my finger, and then that will divide the data set into 2 halves. There will be these 3 numbers over here, and these 3 numbers over here. And so once you've divided the data set into 2 halves, Q1 becomes the median or middle number of the bottom half, and Q3 becomes the median of the upper half. So let's see what I mean. Just to pretend that I've covered up 4, I'm going to take the cross symbol and just stick it through the 4 to pretend that's my finger. So now we've got a bottom half to our data, which is made up of 1, 1 and 2. So the middle number of that bottom half is going to be 1, because if that's the middle number, then we've got 1 number on each side. So our middle number, or our Q1, is going to be 1. Now let's look at the top half of the data. We've got 5, 8 and 12, which means the middle number of the upper half of our data set has got to be 8. And so if we drag that into the final answer box, that completes the question.